And that whilst your purpose
that
never
you've signed up to
changes, your
and we share
assignment
together
changes from
is
time
to
time.
be your best in all you do.
And greatness can only be measured by the difference between before you showed up and after you showed up. If I look at the number of people whose lives have been transformed by your voice, that's how we measure your greatness.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Paul Fo. Simi has introduced me, but I'm really happy to be here because you would learn a lot of things that will help you going forward in 2021. If you didn't accomplish the things you wanted to accomplish in 2020, this is an opportunity for you to correct the mistakes that you did last time. Because the reality is that it was all your fault. It wasn't COVID's fault why you didn't succeed the way you wanted to succeed last year. You may not like it, but COVID contributed, but COVID is not the ultimate reason why you didn't achieve the goals that you had set for yourself to accomplish in 2020. So today is another opportunity for you to do something. And I'll start by saying that Happy New Year doesn't change your life. Happy New Year. It does not change your life. We have been deceived that way. A change of calendar doesn't change your life. It doesn't improve your life. In fact, for some people, their lives actually get worse in the new year. All right. So these are some of the principles that I think will help you in accomplishing the goals that you have for yourself in 2021. Now, I'm going to be talking about productivity and how to be productive in this 2021. But productivity starts first by what you want to achieve. Productivity starts first by the goal that you want to accomplish. What is that goal that you say you want to get done in 2021? When you say productive because of what? Productive because of what? Productivity is basically useful outcome in less time. If you want to define it, is producing useful outcome in less time. So if you can outproduce your competitors or outproduce in less time the people that are in your industry, I think you have a greater shot of winning. All right, so let us start. So before we do that, as we start, you need to establish what your goals are for 2021. I know that some of you have written down your goals, but some of you write it down only on the 31st and it ends there. You never review that goal. You never revisit that goal. Throughout 2020, I read my goals to myself every single day. And I am a big advocate of setting not plenty goals in the year, maximum 4 major goals in the year. I don't believe in setting a lot of goals in the year. Maximum 4 major goals in the year that you can execute on because of your concentration time span is not very long. So it starts with you setting that goal and believing that you can accomplish that goal. So you write the goal down in its specificity, its mindset, believing that you can accomplish in your soul, not in your brain. Believing the goal at the cellular level, not in your brain. Because you see, this is our brain. We have overrated this brain. We have overrated it. I don't know. Can you hear me? Nobody's responding. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
you're good.
Now, you see, this is our brain. You have overrated this, your brain. I know that this is not church, but if you look at the story of Lazarus and the rich man in the Bible, when the Lazarus and the rich man died, because Lazarus used to serve the rich man. Lazarus was the servant of the rich man on the earth. That story that Jesus told was not a parable, was a true story. Because in parables, you don't put name, you don't even put time. All right? It was a true story. When they got to heaven, because the rich man had wealth consciousness. Do you remember that the rich man was actually asking Lazarus, sending Lazarus to give him water? Think about it. Hey, this is deep, brother. This is deep, sister. They were in heaven. The man's body was on earth, dead. His brain, as it were, was on this earth here, dead. However, even in heaven, his wealth consciousness, when they were out of this earth realm, his prosperity consciousness did not leave him. He was sending Lazarus to even give him water. Think about it. They were there, but he was still sending the guy. So you need to add the consciousness of the goals that you want to accomplish. You must embed it in your soul. Very, very, very important as we do that. Now, when you set your goal, there is something called the lag measure of the goal and the leading measure of the goal. Now, the lag measure of the goal is your outcome that you want to accomplish. You want to lose weight. You want to make £1 million, $1 million. I don't know what your amount is. It depends on you. But your leading measure are the daily activities that you will do that has a direct impact on your lag measure. Now, if you don't submit, if you don't commit to the daily activities, then the outcome will not take care of itself. It will not happen. I only know that you are committed to your outcome goals if on a daily basis you are committed or you are doing the daily activities, whether you like it or not, whether you feel like it or not, the daily activities that has a direct impact on the outcome goals. Let's say, for example, now you set yourself that you want to hit a particular amount in sales in your business. And part of the activities that will produce that sale for you is that you will need to make 5 sales calls every day, or send out 10 emails every day, or do an Instagram live twice a week. That is your leading measures, or that's your performance goals. It is only when you do those activities daily that the outcome, which is the 100 million that you want, or the $1 million that you want, will happen. The outcome will not happen until you do that daily activities every day. Now, the challenge for most people is that they fall in love with the outcome, but they are not committed, or they are not decided to do the daily activities. Now, the word decide or decision is an interesting word. The etymology, I love words a lot. The etymology or the root of that word is where it's disarray. It's where you get the word homicide from. It's where you get the word suicide from. So really, when you decide to do something, you have killed your desire to do anything that will conflict with that which you have decided to do. If you're married and you're watching me right now, listen to me right now, the day you decided to marry your spouse, you made up your mind that you cut off your desire for somebody else. That's the power of a decision. So the question is, have you decided that the activities that will make my goals a reality, I am committed to it? There is no day I don't put up a post on social media. There is no day, because I make money from Instagram every day. There's no day I don't make money online every day. In fact, today, before I jump on this call, I've already made money, and I will make it the night again. Why? Because every day I put up a post, whether I am happy or not, whether I feel like it or not, whether I'm in the mood or not, whether I'm led by the Holy Ghost or not, I do it. Right? Because that is my leading measure. It is what is leading me, or will lead me to the outcome that I want. So if you want to smash your goals in 2021, if you want to be productive in this year, commit to the leading measure, the activities, and not the goal. Be aware of the goal, be conscious of the goal, but don't fall in love with the goal. Fall in love with the activities. Now, the activities are not sexy. The activities are not popular. Nobody will see you when you are doing the activities. Nobody will praise when you are doing the activities. Nobody will talk about when you are doing the activities. They will only talk about you when the activity has led to the outcome that you want. My God, I feel something right now. Now, the reason why you don't post every day on social media is because you only do it when you're in the mood. You don't post on social media, you only do it when you have a new dress. You don't post on social media, you only do it when you're happy. You don't post on social media, you only do it when you have traveled abroad. You are not serious. See, village people is not your problem. Your problem is that you have not decided that this is what you want to do. My God. So that is the first thing. Establish it. Establish it. Now, this is the outcome, and I will be committed to it. Whether I like it or not, you need to be ruthless. You need to be dedicated. You need to be absolutely committed to the outcome that you want to create. And the outcome will only happen when you are devoted, when you are committed, when you are married to the actions that will produce the outcome. My God. I have entered a zone that I'm not about to come out from. Hey! Now, when you have done that, you have established that, you need to have a scorecard. I don't know if you read the case study that was sent to you. Did you see the case study? If you read the case study, there is a story there about Jerry Springer. Now, Jerry Springer is a big comedian in America. Jerry Springer is worth over $800 million right now. It's big. He has a Netflix special. Now, a younger comedian came to meet Jerry Springer one day and said to Jerry Springer, what is the secret of success in a comedy business? Jerry Springer said to the guy, every day I write a joke every day. I write jokes every day. And I have a big wall, a big calendar in my wall at home. And every day I write a joke, I put an X. The next day I put an X. So that begins to form a chain. Jerry Springer told the young comedian, do not break the chain. He says, put it in X, whether he likes it or not. Why? Because you don't know the particular joke that will change the trajectory of your life. So do you have a scorecard? A scorecard where you keep track. You form a streak, like a habit streak. You do it every day. You do it every day. You do it every day. That is what will produce the results. Not only prayer, not only 21 days of fasting. That is important, but not only that, because Daniel understood the language of the Chaldeans. He understood the language of the Chaldeans. You need to understand the language of Babylon and the language of your God. The language of your God is the 21 days of fasting. The language of the Chaldeans is what I'm telling you to do. My God, I feel something badly right now. My God. Holy Ghost, help me teach this. Help me teach this like I feel it. Are we learning something today? Are we learning something today? So that is how it works. Don't tell me about your goals. I don't want to hear about your goals. What I want to hear is your commitment to the action. Throughout last year, 2020, every day I put up a post. Every day I put, and my income went like this up the roof. Push. I put up a post every day. Push. And I don't just put up a post in one platform. I put it on all the platforms. Because you must distribute your content. It's called, you see, Peter Thiel, one of the founders of PayPal, he said that even if your product is not great, that if your distribution is wide, you have a shot at winning. Even if you don't have a great product, but you have a great distribution strategy, you have a shot at winning. The question is your product everywhere? Even if you have a digital product, is your digital product everywhere? You put up a post on Instagram and people liked the post. That same post that you put on Instagram, you can redistribute it. You can repurpose that post. You can cut that video that you put on Instagram, make it 30 seconds, put it as a WhatsApp status. 1 billion people go to WhatsApp every day. You can make it as an Instagram reel. The conversion rate for Instagram reel is very, very high right now. You can make it a LinkedIn story. You can put it there. You can repurpose one content. That's why a Gary V will put out 27 pieces of content per day. You know, sometimes we're just lazy. We're not putting in the work. That is the problem. We say it. We have faith, but we don't have works to support the faith. Good. Let's look at the 3 laws of productivity. The 3 laws of productivity. The first law of productivity is called Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law or Parkinson's law. Let me talk like you guys are in the abroad. Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law. You know, some of us did the abroad. We did Nigeria, we did Lagos, we did Lekki. Parkinson's law. Now, Parkinson's law was introduced to the world in the 1950s by a British historian and writer by the name of Cyril Parkinson. Cyril Parkinson. He said that Work will expand to fill the time that you allocate to it. Work expands to fill the time allocated to it. So what it means is that if I give you this document and say to you, submit this document to me next week Friday, you will submit it next week Friday. But if I give you the same document and say, work on this document and submit it to me in 24 hours, you will also submit it to me in 24 hours. As humans, our work fills every time that we give to the work. So what can take you 24 hours to do? Why do you move it to 2 days? Why? Do you think that by postponing it, it will reduce your suffering? Do it now. Do it now. Give yourself artificial deadlines. Give yourself artificial deadlines and do it now. How many of you know that procrastination has cost you so many things in your life? Most of you know that. Most of you have procrastinated your destiny away last year. Some things that God told you, do it. You said you'll do it next week. You said you'll do it next year. Before you know, somebody has taken the opportunity. And it was not village people, it was you. You are the biggest village people. You be your problem. So, what do I need to do here? Give yourself artificial deadline to do the task. The second thing is that you can make the task pleasurable as you're doing it if you want to do fast. Make it pleasurable. For example, you can play your favorite song while you're doing the task. You can drink your cup of tea or your cup of coffee while you're doing the task. I drink my cup of coffee by 4:30 a.m. every morning. Every morning, like clockwork, at the wake of 4:30. Every morning. You can play your favorite song while you're doing the task. Make the task pleasurable, but do it. Because I start my day with my to-do list. I must write down the 10 things I want to get done that day. Part of the things I wanted to get done today was to send an SLA, a service level agreement to a client that I just signed up a 3 months retainership with. All right. So they said I should send the SLA. The SLA was taking time. I said, okay, let me be drinking my coffee, typing the SLA, and I've sent it. I've sent it. Another thing was to send a video to a client of mine that I'm doing training for at the end of the month. I've sent it. So you make it pleasurable. The second law of productivity is Pareto principle. Pareto principle, it was introduced to the world by an Italian economist called Vilfredo Pareto. And the man observed in Italy in those days, in the 1800s, that 80% of the wealth of Italy was produced by 20% of Italian families. So economists now realize that, hey, you can apply this law on every aspect of life. So if you look at it, the Pareto principle simply means that 80% of your outcome in life is produced by 20% of your income. 80% of your outcome in life is produced by 20% of your input in life. So you want to ask yourself, if you're in sales, if you're in marketing, if you're in business, what are the top 80% what are the top 20% of activities that if I do them will be responsible for 20% of my success in 2021? That's a deep question. What are the top 20% of activities that if you do them consistently will be responsible for 80% of your success in 2021? When you understand that, you will stop wasting your time in stupid activities. You know, most of us do really stupid things, you know, watch excessive television, gossip with useless people, gossip people that will go and gossip you back. Gossip people that will go and gossip you back. But let me turn on the air conditioning. I'm coming, 1 second.
People are not too hot on your seat with all of this buzz from. I hope you are not hot. Oh my wow. Oh God, I told you, ball did not come to play. That's just it. So it's not just in case.
All right. Gossip people that will go and gossip you back. Are those parts of your critical activities or your trivial activities? Are those parts of your critical activities or your trivial activities? When you understand this, you will not be jealous of other people. You will not have time for nonsense things, honestly. You know, we spend so much time on useless things that do not have a direct impact on the goals that we set for ourselves. That means you are talking right, but you are walking left. You are talking right, but you are walking left. Many people talk right, but they walk left because their action does not depict or reflect the results that they want to create. You don't have that time. You don't have that time, all right? The last or the third law of productivity is Newton's first law of motion that says that an object will remain at rest or travel at a constant state of velocity unless an external force is exerted on it. What that basically means that to start is hard, but when you start, you won't want to stop. So the problem is to start, right? Why don't you start small? Start small. Though I don't believe in go big or go home. I'm not among those people that talk all those things. I believe that you can start small and go big, but start the small but be consistent. Instead of you to read 10 books, why don't you read one book a quarter, but read that book over and over again. Instead of you to read 100 books in 2021, read 10 books, but read them over and over again. Instead of you to pray for 2 hours, why don't you pray for 10 minutes? But do it consistently, because consistency to me is better than intensity. Consistency is better than intensity. So start with tiny actions, but grow with it with time. Be consistent with those actions, and you begin to get the kind of results and the kind of outcomes that you would want to have. So at this point, I want to pause and ask a few questions before I continue. What have you learned so far? What have you learned so far? Anybody? What have you learned so far? Simi, you may want to open the lines or let people speak.
Okay, do you want them to speak, or they can drop it in the content, in the chat?
Well, I won't be able to read that. If I can, at least 2 people should tell me what they've learned, or 3. If I continue.
Okay, I can read it out though, because they're writing it in the content. Do you want me to read it out for you?
Okay, you can maybe read, yeah.
The number of people. So someone says just start. IG says consistency is better than intensity. Misupo says incremental change. Make my tasks pleasurable. Setting artificial deadlines. Procrastination will rob me of my future. Distribution of content on digital sphere. The 80-20% rule is key. Be careful where I invest my time. Be consistent and start small. Work expands to fill time given to it. Consistency is better than intensity. Don't just say things you want to do, but do the things you plan to say. Setting official deadlines. I am my village people. Person. Commit to daily activities. My goals are not as important as the activities needed to.
That's fine. See, that's fine. That's enough. I get it. Thank you so much. That was very, very good. It shows that you guys have been listening to the things that I'm saying. Now let's move the productivity now to your daily life. How do you start your day? Do you have a morning routine? I have a morning routine. I wake up at 4:30 every morning. 4:30 because I sleep early. I have 3 children. My first son is 11 years old. My second son is 10. My third son is 7. My nanny is on holiday. She has traveled to our country. She's from Benin Republic, Cotonou, one of these countries, right? So I've not had a nanny for like three weeks, right? She's coming this week. So I do house chores with my wife. I'm saying all of this to tell you, there's no excuse. You know, I clean up, I wash. I did the dishes this morning. I did it last night. All right, so I do all the work. If you're a Nigerian, a man listen to me, say, hey, yeah, so I cannot watch my wife do the work by herself. I will do the work. I will contribute my quota plus my children. So we're all doing the work. So I'm saying that there's no excuse for you not to have a morning routine. It's critically important. If you have children, the moment you wake up from sleep, your life has changed. I don't know if you know that. Because my children even go to school from home now. They go to school from the house now. So we do everything here. Nobody's going anywhere. We do all the work. This is my house. This is my home study. I work from home. I don't go to my office anymore. I work from home. All right, I'm here with my kids. I'm looking at them while everybody's doing their classwork. There's no excuse not to be productive. No excuse. I clean up. I mop. I clean up. I do the work. Then I still hustle. I still sell. I still close big deals. We're not talking small deals. They're massive deals. There's no excuse. That's what I'm trying to debunk from your soul right now. Good. So do you have a morning routine? How do you start your day? Do you just wake up and anywhere your stomach feels, that's what you just be doing things anyhow? Is that how you want to live your life? Let me share my morning routine. It is very simple. I wake up by 4:30. I brew myself a hot cup of coffee. I don't do Nescafe. I do Rwandan coffee or Kenyan coffee. I blend the beans by myself. I got a good coffee machine. I make black coffee, great one. Then I bring out my journal and I journal. I write down 10 things I'm grateful to God about every day. Then I write down my goals every day. Then I write down my to-do list every day, including today. If you want to see it, it's here. I've used over 40 journals like this, so many. I write it down. Then I read the goal to myself over and over and over again. This is how you lodge these things into your soul. I used to hawk recharge card on the road. It's these principles that God has used to transform my life. So do you have a morning routine? You need to, when that's your goal that you say you want to make $1 million, you know your soul does not believe it until you repeat it to yourself over and over and over again. That's when you believe, because repetition has enormous power in the human soul. It does. We are playing with that thing. It's a weapon. Weaponize your mind through the power of repetition. Next, all right? Then I write down my to-do list. What is your to-do? Let me see. Let me read my to-do list for you today. To-do list today, 11th of January 2021. I said IG content, I've done it. I said I will cycle today, I've done it. I said I will send the video to the lady in Uyo today, I've done it. I said I will send SLA today, ticked. I said I will teach in Simi's class today, in Fela Story program. That's what I'm doing right now. So I am following a script. My life is a script. Your life is a script. Whether you like it or not, but some of you have a haphazard script. Why don't you become intentional about the script? I said I was going to pray, take a walk with my wife in the gated estate where we live today. It's going to be done in the evening. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Your life is a script. Script it. If you don't script it by yourself, the world will script it for you. And when they script it for you, you will not get the result that you want. Very important. All right? Have a to-do list. Then in that to-do list, ask yourself, of this, everything I say I'm going to do today, which of them, all right, will have a direct impact on the goals that I want to achieve? You focus on those ones first. That becomes your priorities for your day. Just 4. I call it the 4x4 strategy. Pick the 4 top things. Those are your critical few. The remaining things are your trivial many. Hey, Jesus, fire. Oh God. Those are your critical few. Because John Wolfgang said that things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matters least. What are your top priorities? Attack those ones first. Eat the frog. Do those ones first. Then you start doing the rest things. Because if you don't do that, it's going to have a problem. Next, review your day before you sleep. Review it. It's very, very important. You review your goals. This goal that you see, so before I sleep, I will look at it again. Was I kind to somebody today? I'll ask myself, what could I have done better today? Let me read a quote to you by Seneca. Seneca was a Stoic, you know. I think in those days of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca was a slave. I can't remember now, but here's what he said. He said that examine your day and your actions. This is how he puts it. When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, aware of this habit that's now mine, I examine my entire day and I go back over what I have done and said, hiding nothing from myself, passing nothing by. The question should be this: did I follow my plans for the day? Was I prepared enough? What could I have done better? What have I learned that will help me tomorrow? That's a reviewed life. If you don't review your life, you can't make progress. You cannot make progress. So review your day. After you've done that, you review your day before you sleep. Next, block out time for deep work. Block out time for deep work and build boundaries around yourself. As I am right now, my children will not tap this door because I hear me talk. They know that is working. That is making money for us. They will not even tap this door unless the house is on fire, and the house will never be on fire in the name of Jesus. They won't. That is boundaries. You need to educate people on how to treat you, including your children. You love them, but you must put boundaries so that you can do deep work. Because if you are doing deep work and you get a phone call or you get a knock, it will take another 35 minutes to come back to your state of concentration that you were before you got that interruption. You don't want to live your life like that. You want to live your life like that. So block out time, even if it's 20 25 minutes. Go. Any questions? Hello? Did I lose somebody? Hello? Any questions? Yeah, any questions? Yeah, I want to know whether there are questions, guys. Before we go ahead. Any questions? We didn't hear the last thing. Tell me the last thing you heard before you didn't hear the last thing. What was the last thing you heard before you didn't hear the last thing? She said, I'm still recovering. Okay, time blocks, good. So I mean, block out time to get work done. Educate people around you on how you want to be treated. Because guess what? If you don't succeed, it is those same people that will ask you, why didn't you make it? With all the opportunities that life has given to you, why did you not make it? Somebody said I have a question. Let me see that question. Please, how do you stay motivated? How can you set boundary between people not being disturbed? Okay, I mean, just start by telling them that I work from this time to this time, and I wouldn't want to be disturbed at that time. You let them know, and you put a timer. For 20 minutes, I will send my emails. For 35 minutes, I will do this. You stick to that time. You have discipline. You don't have all day on this earth to live. You don't have every hour to live on this earth. Once the night comes, you will go and sleep. So while you are working, do the work. Block out time to do powerful work so that when you sleep well. And I'm a big advocate of sleep. Please sleep well. I don't play with my sleeps. Last night, I slept for 8 hours. Between last night and this morning, I slept for 8 hours. I don't play with my sleep. Because when you sleep well, you are more energized to get the work done. I'm a big advocate of proper sleep, deep sleep, good sleep. All right, good. So block out time to get a great work done. Next is you want to track your time. Somebody said, I have a 2-month-old baby. What's the question? Somebody said,
Paul, there are a number of questions now. Do you want to take them yet?
Maybe let me finish. Let me just finish because I'm almost done. Let me finish and then I'll take the questions and then we would look at that. But before I take the questions, Simi, please, I want to ask which of them, how many people read the case study and what they thought about the case? That one, I will need their voices, please. Hello?
Okay, that's fine. So just drop a message through the, okay, so.
No, they can hear me. Just say who read the case, especially the British cycling team case study, and what did you gain from that? Many people said they did. Can we allow maybe 3 of them to speak? Because I still have some time.
Okay, yes, you do. So Trudy, I'm unmuting you now to share what you learned from the case study that was sent in earlier.
Yes.
Okay, no, she can't. Okay, fantastic, no problem. Okay, Grace, I would unmute you because you're the next person on the list. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace. Okay.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Truly.
So this is Grace. Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hope you're enjoying the class.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm stuck. Like, I've been jotting down. I've been impacted positively, I must say. Well done. And for the case study, I went through both case studies before the class started. And for the first one, what I can say about it is, one of those things I would say I learned about it is paying attention to details, the little things that count, the consistency with the little things. Good. I mean, when I can't really remember his name, when he was hired for the job,
Braceford,
yeah. When he was hired for the job, he went as far as going into details, you know, from the wheels, the comfortability
he even put alcohol in the tire so that the grip is stronger.
And
he got a doctor to teach them how to wash their hands
inside the van.
Yes.
So as
Why?
to spot little dirt,
James, yes,
you
awesome.
know, yeah.
Really?
I mean,
Yes.
that for me, that's the height. That's like paying attention to details, and the accumulation of these little things eventually
produces big results.
Produce the big results. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I mean, for me as a person, that one thing struck me a lot. And as regards the second case study too, you know, when the upcoming comedian went to meet the man, and he was like, okay, how do I be like you? I want to be like you. I also want to make it in the industry. And he said he should commit into not breaking that chain.
The chain. That's it.
I mean, because if you leave a single day out of it, the chain is broken. It cannot be linked.
Come on now. It
cannot be linked. So for every single day, just like you said earlier, to the consistency, because you don't know the one that would eventually pave way.
That's what happened to me, man. Last year, every day there was content out every day.
Honestly,
and
I'm following you on Instagram. In fact, I turned on my notification every single day. I noticed that you always post on your Instagram
every day.
Yeah, I can attest to that. And also, it was just like what happened during COVID, for instance. Zoom meeting. This Zoom meeting where we've been on is something a lot of people did not pay attention to or look into. Now, when this COVID came, I mean, it was a good and bad situation, but it was good for the owner of Zoom. This is one platform that has generated billions just in 2020. So we might not be able to say the exact thing or the exact time or the exact day the breakthrough is going to come, but just keep consistency and dedication.
Powerful. Thank you so much. And Grace, for those who are listening, the concept that I call it architecturing your own luck.
Okay.
How do you architecture your own luck? You can create an architecture your own luck. How? I said to people that you can increase the sticky area upon which luck lands upon by doing more. So for example, when you post a luck, like I do on all platforms, you never can tell the day that your post will transform your life.
Absolutely.
I've seen stories like that. You disproportionately increase the odds when that will happen, but it starts with this daily consistency. Thank you so much, Grace. Really,
thank you so much, sir.
So my time is almost up. Simi, can I take one more person?
Yes, you can.
Okay, with your permission. Okay, one more person.
Okay, so the next person I see on that list is Onyi. She's the next person to share.
Onyi, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Paul. Hi, everyone.
Hello, Onyi. How you doing?
I said we are your plantain. Just fry us today. It's okay. We're here. So, very quickly, what I got from the case study is something as little as 1%.
Come on now.
Of an improvement. I mean, when I read it, it hit me. I was like, 1%.
Yes.
You know, I expected to see more. People always go for numbers, like you say.
Yes,
you
go
know,
big or go home.
You know, we want big. But
I don't like what this statement says.
I would never have thought something as little as 1%. It seems so minute. It seems so unrecognizable. But it took them from being very underperforming, underwhelming team to being champions, you know, over time. So it just shows me, for me, it really drives me home because it shows me that the very little things I'm ignoring in my daily life, the little 20 minutes I miss here, the little 30 minutes I miss here, you know, wasting my time.
They add up.
If I plug it, it all adds up to the big picture. So that's the way I'm translating it, you know, in my life. And when you talk about our daily routines, those little things that we take for granted eventually adds up to the very big picture in our lives. The second thing too was continuous development, you know, again, in small increments. So it's also driving home the point that you said that don't just be doing intensity, consistency matters. So small amounts, 1%, little amounts, little bits, but keep at it and keep on personal development, continuous development. Yeah. So for me, those are the two main things. So thank you, Paul. Your session so far has been fire, but thank you. We appreciate it. God bless you.
Thank you so much. All right, guys. So this has been a very, very fascinating class for each and every one of us. But just a few quick tips that I think would also help your productivity is calendar everything. Put it in your calendar. Let your calendar determine whether you say yes or no. When Simi told me I'm speaking today, I already calendared it. Because sometimes you just say yes to everything. Will you come to the party? Yes. Will you come here? Yes. Will you go there? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Yes, sir. Everything is yes. And then you say yes at your detriment. You'll not be angry with yourself. And that yes that you said has spoiled so many things for the week. So next time they call you, tell them, please, 1 second, let me just look at my calendar. Some of your friends will be talking, they say, hey, you are forming level for us. They form level for us. You want to look calendar. No, don't answer them. Just check your calendar first. And then get back to them and fix it. That is the only way you can be productive in this world. That you work from home doesn't mean that you are productive. For some people are worse working from home. They don't pick their calls. Their life is jaga. Bri. Hey, while you are arranging jaga, your competitors are going. Plan. Oh. Finally, because you are a knowledge worker, read. Read a page a day. Grow yourself. Last year, the way I read, I read an unpolite amount of books and listened to an unpolite amount of podcasts last year. And guess what? My income went like, brrr. It reflects too. So, grow yourself, develop yourself. Have a PDP, personal development plan, and have a PKMS, personal knowledge management system. Your brain is to collect idea. Your second brain is to store the idea. Do you have a second brain? Do you have it? I told you this, your brain is overrated. Because when Lazarus and the rich man died, when they went to the life beyond, the rich man has a wealth consciousness. He was still sending Lazarus, go and give me water. He has a consciousness of wealth. In fact, he didn't even talk to Lazarus first. He spoke to Father Abraham first, because one rich man talked to another rich man. He told Father Abraham first. His brain is on the earth and his body, because that thing is not a parable, it's a true story. It's a parable, you don't call names. Jesus told a true story. You must be your consciousness. All right? So, put the knowledge there. Get a journal. Use Notion. I use Notion. Use Google Calendar. Simple apps like that. And I think if you do all these things, it will help you tremendously. Now, with the permission of Simi, I've got a plugin, a product that I think will be of benefit to you. It's up to you, hey, man. I've got a great WhatsApp group that I think everybody should join. We have over 100 and something people in that group. And I teach in the group every day. I teach on sales, marketing, behavioral economics. Then every quarter I interview a top CEO to come and teach the group on Zoom, like a Q&A. I am bringing the founder of Paystack at the end of the month to come and teach my group, Shola. Shola is a client and a friend of mine. So if you want to join the group, here's the link to it. I have people that do over $1 billion in turnover in the group as well. So Shola is coming I'm going to do a live Q&A with Shola on Zoom for only those in my group on the 30th or 31st of this month. I'll put the link in the chat box. Please check. You can click on the link to join the group if you want to. I think it will be of benefit. I teach sales. There's accountability partnership in the group. So that's the only thing that I want to talk about today. So you get to hear me teach like this every day for 1 year. And whatever you pay covers you for 1 full year. So it's a 1 year subscription. See me, I am done with the class.